Welcome to Learn English by Listening. I'm Zia.
And I'm Avery. It's great to have you with us.
In today's episode, we're talking about daily routines. This is a great topic because you use it all the time when you talk about your life.
Exactly. We'll help you learn how to talk about your day using the present simple tense and some useful time expressions.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to describe your own daily routine clearly and confidently. So, let's get started. Avery, I'm curious, what do you usually do in the mornings? What time do you wake up?
The morning. Well, I'm an early bird. I usually wake up at 6 a.m. The first thing I do is drink a big glass of water.
6 a.m.? Whoa, that is early.
It is, but I like the quiet time. After that, I go for a short run in the park. It helps me feel awake and ready for the day.
That sounds really healthy.
It is. Then I take a shower and get dressed. I have breakfast at around 7:30 a.m. I usually have toast and coffee. What about you, Zia? Are you a morning person?
Not at all. I usually wake up at 8 a.m. I wish I could wake up earlier, but I love my sleep.
I understand.
After I wake up, I do some stretching for about 10 minutes. Then, just like you, I have a shower. I have breakfast at about 8:45. I like to eat yogurt with fruit.
That sounds nice and light, so you have a more relaxed start to the day. That sounds very healthy. Do you read the news or check your phone while you have breakfast?
I try not to. I prefer to have a quiet breakfast just to mentally prepare for the day. I find that if I start with the news or social media, my day feels more stressful.
That's a great tip for our listeners. I, on the other hand, always check my emails on my phone during breakfast. It's a bad habit, but I like to know what's waiting for me at the office. That's a great tip for our listeners. The phrase mentally prepare is a good one. It means to get your mind ready for something. I, on the other hand, always check my emails on my phone during breakfast. It's a bad habit, I know.
I do. It works for me. So, listeners, you just heard us use some key phrases. Avery said, I usually wake up at 6 a.m. and I have breakfast at 7:30 a.m. And I said something similar. We use at with specific times.
Right. And we use the phrase after that to connect our actions. For example, I wake up. After that, I go for a run. It shows the sequence of events. We're going to talk about our work routines next. But before we do, if you're enjoying this episode and finding it helpful, please take a second to click the like button.
And if you haven't already, subscribe to Learn English by Listening so you don't miss our future episodes. It really helps us to keep making this content for you all.
It really does. Thanks, everyone.
Okay, so back to our day. Avery, you've had your run and your breakfast. When do you start work?
I start work at 9 a.m. sharp. I work in an office, so I have to leave my house at 8:30 to get there on time.
Right, so you commute. What's a typical workday like for you?
I usually take the bus. It's about a 20-minute ride. I often listen to podcasts during my commute. It's a great way to learn something new. Well, I spend most of my day at the computer, writing emails and attending meetings. I usually have a lunch break at 1 p.m. for about an hour.
A 1-hour break is good.
It is. I usually eat a sandwich at my desk or go out with colleagues. My workday finishes at 5 p.m. What about you? What do you usually do?
My schedule is a bit different because I'm a freelance writer, so I work from home. I start work at around 9:30 a.m. after I've cleaned up from breakfast.
That's a nice perk of working from home.
It is. My morning is usually for creative work, so I do a lot of writing. After that, I take a break for lunch around 12:30 p.m. My afternoons are for editing and answering emails. I usually finish my day around 5:30 p.m.
That makes sense. It's interesting how different our workdays are.
Yeah. And notice, listeners, how we are using the present simple tense. We say, I start work, not I am starting work, because we are talking about a routine, something we do every day.
That's a great point. The present simple is key for talking about habits and routines. So, our work days are done. In the evening, what do you do to relax, Zia?
In the evening, I really like to disconnect from work. The first thing I do is cook dinner. I love cooking. It helps me unwind.
Me too. What kind of food do you like to cook?
I like trying new recipes, often Italian or Mexican food. My husband and I eat dinner together around 7 p.m. After that, we might watch a movie or a TV show.
That sounds like a lovely evening.
It is. What about you? What do you usually do?
Well, after I get home from work, I'm usually a bit tired. I like to have an easy dinner, maybe something I prepared over the weekend. Then I usually read a book for an hour or so. Reading is my way to relax.
That's a great habit. So you read every evening?
Almost every evening. I find it much more relaxing than watching a screen. Then I get ready for bed. I go to bed at around 10:30 p.m. because I have to wake up early, remember?
Of course, Mr. 6 a.m. I'm a bit of a night owl, so I go to bed at around midnight.
See? We're total opposites. But that's what makes it interesting.
I think so too, and that brings us to the end of our day. So let's quickly recap the key phrases for our listeners. We have, I usually wake up at,
I have breakfast at...
I start work at,
After that,
in the evening.
I go to bed at...
Great! We really encourage you all to practice. Try to describe your own daily routine. You can write it down or say it out loud. The more you practice, the more confident you will become.
Absolutely. And if you found this episode useful, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more English learning content. We appreciate your support.
Join us next week where we'll be sharing more real-life learning situations using polite language. Until then, keep practicing.